But, alright, so let's know we are right now. We wait for those who don't know you if they don't.
Boy, Babyface Jones, Jeff on the label, tuning in with Hoodlum.
Yeah, that part.
No, you ain't seen what I seen. No, you ain't heard what I heard. No, you ain't touched what I touched when I was down on that curb. No, you can't vouch how they vouch.
Alright, so you were just from Savannah?
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah. Alright, so like, how was Savannah? How was it like going to Savannah for you?
Shit, I grew up on Jefferson, like 31st to 36. Shit, cracking as a prostitute. That's all I love on my hood itself.
Yeah.
Cracking pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so then for you, I want to say like, when did the music come into play for you then?
I'm gonna say when I've been like 12, my homeboy Cam just came home from doing the 10th. We started Trades Up. I got a tattoo on my arm called Trades Up. We just started that shit like probably 2 months before he went to prison. I've been rapping since. I just got serious when I got older.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so for you then, when it came with the music, like, what was it for you initially? Was it something just to fuck around with, or like?
See, at first it was just something to fuck around with, just to be like, yeah, we make music.
Yeah.
But shit, when I started like really getting into it, telling my story and shit, I started falling in love with that music shit.
Yeah.
For real.
Alright, so even then, like you said, when you start finding love for like telling your story and things of that nature, is that when the point when you want to actually start putting your music out there to the public, like letting them hear it in a sense? Like, when did that come?
That came like, shit, when I dropped my first song like shit, I'm gonna say like 07, 08, I did a Wasted beat. I mean, man, my homeboy did it before he got locked up, but he got locked up, so I did it dolo. I'm gonna say around like 2008, 2007. Like, cause that's when I like he got locked up, that would push me more and more to it. Like, shit, bro, come home, you got to come home and do something, like, you feel me?
Yeah. So then, like, what was the people's initial reaction to you dropping it?
Shit, when I first ever dropped, folks ain't never thought like, nah, he ain't gonna keep rapping, you know.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people ain't believe in a nigga like, oh boy, you straight, but you know, you ain't got the sound yet. I had to like elevate, I guess, in a way, if you like understand, like,
yeah, I
had to come from the ABC route to, you know, to actually start telling my story.
Right, that part. Alright, so even for you then, like, what's your creative process when you're trying to make a track or whatever? Is it like just you get in a certain zone in the studio, you already writing it down? Or?
It depends on the vibe, like shit. Like most of the time I write my shit before I go to the studio. Like depending on like if it's a feature, shit, I go to the studio writing it. Shit, as long as I got my bud and the vibe straight, shit, you got a perfect verse.
No problem. I'm gonna ask, like, what would you even like with your music? How would you describe your music, like where it fits in Savannah and so forth? Cause like it's on gritty, like it's raw. Like,
yeah. See, I feel like I don't rap like, you know, people be like gangster music, you know, shoot 'em up, whatever. I don't rap. I feel like I don't rap that type of music. I rap like reality rap. Like I fit in with like shit wrong, like how wrong, like rap reality. I don't kind of deal too much with the false rapping and shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't get on the track and rap with something I don't know. So really, like in a reality place, like you can listen to my music and then, you know, add up from song to song, CD to CD.
Yeah, that part. Alright, so you had even dropped Jeff Talk this year.
I dropped that on March 23rd on my birthday.
Yeah, dang. Right, happy belated. So see, like, even for you, like, with that project and so forth, like, what was the message behind it? Because I feel like you said, like, you always putting on for your hood and stuff. Like,
see, the album cover, they got a bunch of my homeboys who locked up for life. So I named my label Jeff Rowe, you know, because they got life on Death Row. So I'm off the Jeff, we're gonna call it Jeff Rowe. And the face on there is my little brother, his name Nine whatever, and he like, it's like, I'm just trying to give y'all like a visual, really a movie from a CD from where I'm from. Like I got another CD called like Jefferson Street King, but it ain't like pop as much as this one because I wasn't as focused. You feel me? But this one right here was like folks still hit me about this CD. Like I know the year ain't over with, but folks still hit me about the CD. Like, hey boy, you need to keep going. This CD was on third, so really I'm just trying to bring them on Jefferson on that corner on the CD cover.
Yeah, like I said, like, do you feel like, cause I see it with you, like I said, like you rep like your hood like a lot. It's like you, it's tatted on you, like it's in you in a sense, like it's on you type stuff like that. So like, when, like, what made you want to come out like that as far as like rapping where you from, like putting it out there like in their face?
Cause like my hood got a bunch of rap groups like Street Money, Savannah. We used to, they call themselves No Wallet now. They got a bunch of rap groups, had hits, you know, little buzzes in the city, but I never heard nobody like not stepping on no toes or nothing like that. Cause I love my hood, but I never heard nobody rap this shit like I do. You feel me? Like I had never heard nobody music like just talking about our area. Like that's how I feel like you got to get on though. If you just talk about your, you know, section and what's going on around there, your story adding up. Yeah. Shit, you should be able to prevail and go forward.
For real, for real. And like I said, everything you do, like the videos and the music you putting out, like I said, you get into a raw, and you putting your life into it in a sense. So sometimes with your music or whatever, is it easier for you to make music like that, then like it come out fluid and so forth? You don't gotta think too hard on it because it's, hey, this was going on. So
yeah, like basically, like it don't really take me like more than 30 minutes to write a verse, because majority of the time that should be like real life, like stuff I can call a nigga and be like, boy, you remember this?
Yeah.
It's on 30. Like, other than that, like it'd be hard for me to make a club song, like shaking ass and shit like that. I can't make them type of song. I ain't that type of nigga. Yeah. Only time I go to a club is to perform.
Hey, man. So like, with the exposure that you got so far in the city, like, do you feel like you get the exposure that you need? That that you deserve, and something like that.
Not really. I can't say I don't get the exposure I need, and I can't say that yeah, like I'm the shit or whatnot. I feel like I haven't even, like, a lot of the whole world ain't heard me yet, so I feel like I ain't, you know, like it's my job to keep pushing and shit like that. Yeah. You feel me? Like I don't even. It's on me to get the exposure. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't on the fans or, you know, the city or whatever. It's on you, how you play your cards. So I feel like on my end, I ain't did enough for folks to be like, hey, that's so and so, that's Babyface. You feel me?
Yeah. I want to ask you too, like, what do you feel like, what's so special about, like you said, like, of course it's gonna be special to you, it's your neighborhood and so forth. What do you feel like so special to, like, you feel like you just gotta put out there? Because a lot of niggas, like I said, they don't put on their hood like that, like, you know, they different. So.
Shit, cause I'd be the first one. I'd be the first one to talk about what's really going on in the area. Like our hood, we don't get a lot of recognition, like as in like social media and shit like that. But in the street wise, like folks know about Jefferson. Like, you know, like from crackheads, killing shit, whatever. You know how the street shit go, but I felt like I'd be the first one to actually like do it, you feel me? Like we got other people in my section to do it, but ain't nobody doing it like I do.
No. Like I said, cause you repping like 24, like it's only like, kind of like how a Chicago person rep Overlocking this and that, like I don't know nobody doing it like repping, they like you do like every time.
Yeah, so, on every song you hear something about my section.
That part. That. So, do you feel like even when it comes to Savannah or whatever, if all you have is like your neighborhood, like your hood supporting you when it comes to in the city, that you straight, and then you can just go outside and try to get the other, you know, crowd like bases or whatever, or do you want all the Savannah in the sense for?
I don't even, like the Savannah, they gonna follow you when you get on, like Quando or whatever, like he got on people, like before he got on, people been hating on him and stuff, he got on, everybody jamming in the city, you know, so I ain't really worried about the city, like as long as my section got it, like we good, because they know people I don't know, and so forth and so forth, so when we go out of town, it'll be a different vibe. When you in your own city, it's like, they don't like you that much, it's crazy, it's like, they'll support Lil Baby and like who Migos, but they want to support the person that they seen grow up doing this stuff. That's just crazy to me.
Right. And right now, even with your music, like you said, like it's not over yet or whatever. With Jeff Talk, you gonna put out a video as far as what you gonna do. Yeah. You gonna put out something for that. You got a lot of other tracks on there too. Do you feel like that you're gonna start trying to work them out as well, or is just on to the next one you got?
I'm out of I kind of be like multitask. I'm working on like me and Jeff Boy Cam CD. We got Jeff Rowe CD, like self-titled Jeff Rowe, and I got my Jeff Talk 2 I got coming out. But I'm still doing videos for this, like for Jeff Talk 1. Like I'm still doing videos for it. Like, I got a song with Kid Suave on there. Me and him gonna do a video. I'm gonna get his folks to, you know, make them cartoon and stuff. Yeah. So, you know.
That's right. Do you feel like you got a certain audience of people like that you aiming towards in a sense, or just like the people in the hood, and even like the people in the jails or whatever like that? Cause you be like shouting out your people like that.
I feel like my music for, I ain't gonna lie, my music for me. Like I don't make music for other people. I just like when I started dropping music, started getting serious about it a few years back. Like that's when I started feeling like other people should really like get down on my music. Like. A couple of years ago, you probably couldn't pay me to keep sharing my shit how I do now. You feel me? But I usually make the music for me to listen to, you know, because I feel like the music nowadays is watered down. I'm like Trick Daddy and, you know, T.I., Gucci and Bootsy type person. I really can't like make music for nobody else.
Yeah, very. And when it comes to you moving forward, do you have like a time frame on it?
Yeah, like me moving forward, I probably got like, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't no time period on that because it don't happen overnight. And sometimes it do, but so I ain't got no like time period. It'll happen when it happen, but I know it'll happen. Cause I got the potential, you feel me? Like I got the fan base that I can actually like, I can slick leave Savannah and be like, alright, I can go to another city right now and do what I got to do because I know I got my hood shirt, you feel me? Like my hood locked down on me.
What do you feel like right now, like, is your strong suit, even when it comes to music? Is it like just your punchlines? Is it your metaphors, your versatility or something?
I think it's the stories, because nobody tells stories better than me, and like telling stories like Slick Rick, like he one of my favorite rappers. That man tell the best stories in his raps, you feel me? Like you can visualize what he's saying. I feel like you listen to my music, you can see what I'm saying, like, you feel me? Like, it ain't just no homeboy music like, yeah, that's driving raw, cuz, nah.
Yeah.
This shit like, hey boy, you gotta do a visual, Like, I got a cameraman right now, QG Films, like, he be like, I gotta do a visual for this. He called me every day to do a visual, but I just be busy.
Even thought about branching off to different business ventures after the fact?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that now. That's why I ain't really dropping nothing now. Like me and my old lady, we got a clothing line coming out, like called 9. Nothing is never enough, you feel me? Like shit like that coming out. Like I got the Jeff Roll FTF shirts coming out. FTF means Forever the Family, and it's just like perfect time because everybody got their OTL, OTM and stuff like that. Shit, FTF Forever the Family. Like that's a little clothing line I got coming out. Shit, other than that, shit, back to the rap.
Yeah.
For real. I be back to the rap. Most of the time I be on the business tip though, trying to learn other shit so I can fall back on this and do something else.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. If you get to that point where you want to be at, you feel like making it to that point of stardom or whatever, do you feel like you could leave like your neighborhood with you repping it so much and you keep repping it like you rap but you in Atlanta mansion type shit, you know, you feel like it'll lose this type of...
Nah, it won't lose nobody if I did, because I probably like, I think I do like the Birdman type shit and Master P type shit. Buy houses around there and make those content houses. Like houses and shit for the people, you know, and keep them straight. Other than that shit, like I said, I walk through the hood, my hood be like, Jay, you know that's it. You know, the section coming in. But when I walk around there, it be like all love and shit. Like, you know, never be no pressure.
Yeah, so you feel like you can, like, you could be like that rich rapper type stuff and still return back to your hood whenever you want it and still like not have to worry about it, like...
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, ain't no pressure on my section. Like, everybody in my section fuck with me. I fuck with everybody in my section. Like, in my section, like from 31st to 36, I can go on any street. I can go on any street, chill with anybody. You feel me? Got time on every street.
Yeah. And like I said, that's the difference between a lot of stuff where rappers go out, they can rap some street stuff like that, but they probably not good in their hood, like when you find out and stuff like that, or if they get rich, you can't come back type stuff.
You can look at almost every video of mine around, every video around there almost.
Yeah. I like that.